And now on the Business RadioX network, another exciting episode with Jamie Overturf in Connecting Tucson with Jamie.
Hello, and welcome to Connecting Tucson with Jamie Overturf, broadcasting from the Tucson Business RadioX studio situated in Stewart Title corporate offices right off of Broadway, Tucson, Arizona. Connecting Tucson is all about connecting our community, local businesses, and organizations to help our community grow and thrive. Today, we're talking with Amber and Brandon Powell, owners and founders of Wisps Creations, a wonderfully unique concept. Pardon my pun, and I'm sure you're going to love to hear all about them. Brandon was raised in Seattle, Washington, and migrated to Tucson in 2010 to help his father beat cancer and decided to stick around in Old Pueblo. And Amber was raised in the Santa Cruz, California area and moved to Tucson in 2002. Together, they were raising 4 beautiful children, and since that does not keep them busy enough, they decided to open up a business here in Tucson as well. I suppose I need a little bit of their energy. I'm excited to share their unique journey. Welcome, Brandon. Welcome, Amber. Thank you so much for coming on Connecting Tucson. Absolutely.
I'm excited.
So, Brandon, let's start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your background and what brought you to Tucson?
In 2010, I came down because my dad had been living here, and he had been diagnosed with colon cancer. So I came down and helped him fight through that, and he has recovered since. I met Amber about a year after I'd been here.
Wow.
We got married in 2012. I went to massage school in 2014, I believe. So I'm a licensed massage therapist now. And so I do that in my spare time.
You have spare time.
With 4
That's nice.
kids. I've always been a big dreamer and go-getter in the sense that if somebody has an idea for a business, I am all about supporting it and prodding them along and giving them a little extra elbow or shove if they need it to make that happen.
Or push over the ledge, right? Just make it happen.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Excellent. Okay, Amber, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what it is you do as well?
The nudge that he's talking about, that's me. He's nudging me. So I grew up in the Santa Cruz area my whole life. Moved out here in 2002 just for a change, and got a job at the University of Arizona. Stayed there for about 10 years, and in the process met Brandon, and of course, he's quite the entrepreneur and always has been a dreamer, and we sell Lululemon clothes is another little side thing that we do. That's kind of my full-time job now that I'm not at the U of A anymore. And during the pandemic, I'm always been obsessed with cotton candy. It's kind of been my childhood, like inner child love. And I just figure, why don't we do this? There's got to be something fun, bring some cheer and some joy around this pandemic kind of time for people, and kind of bring back that like wonder and joy of like your childhood. No, but I've never met anybody that's mad when they see cotton candy. So just to kind of bring back that excitement back to people, and just seeing the joy that it brings people and all of that. So. Well, Wonder Wisp was created.
that's just wonderful. Wonder Wisp, I like that. See, I'm saying my puns as we go here. So obviously, I know the journey from U of A and Brandon, you used to be a PE teacher as well, to massage, to confectionery, cotton candy, and this whole Wonder Wisp creation. I mean, how you mentioned that it came about in the pandemic, but how did you start? How did you come up with this concept and actually make it a fruitful business, in a lack of a better word?
Well, it's funny. We started with the cotton candy. It was more of a TikTok thing, all those things you find on TikTok.
Yeah.
I follow a lady that does cotton candy in Ohio, and I just love her and her whimsicalness and her just passion for people. She's just one of those like inspirational people you just want to follow everything she does. And so I had asked Brandon, I was like, what do you think about this? And he's like, do it. And I was like, all right, I already bought the cotton candy machine. Cool. But last year we went to Walmart and we saw these cocoa bombs. That's what we're most known for right now is our cocoa bombs. And we bought them for the kids. They were really cute, just the little chocolate spheres with marshmallow inside. And we brought them home, and none of my kids drank them because they were so chemical and they just didn't taste great. Mm-hmm. So I looked at Brandon, I'm like, how hard could this possibly be to make? So I just decided to go try it myself. And apparently everyone else was like, you make hot cocoa bombs? Do you sell them? And I'm like, sure. So it's kind of how it took off. So we're most famous, quote unquote. I know we're not a very old business. We're very new, but cocoa bombs kind of just took off from there for Christmas, especially.
Well, now that we're into kind of what you do, tell us about Wonder Wisps and what types of products and services do you offer as a Wonder Wisp creation?
Brandon, you want to start?
Yeah, Brandon. Let's go with that, Brandon. Why don't you tell us about Wonder Wisp, the types of products and services you guys offer?
We have very unique flavored cotton candy. We make all of our flavors ourselves. We don't add the flossine, so it is just purely sugar. And so it doesn't get the chemical taste, which is what we love about it. We also have sparkle bombs, which is great for parties and
you just had my worst nightmare
reveals.
Come through with sparkle bombs. Are these like those glitter bombs that like explode when you open them in like a box?
It's just a piece of cotton candy. And encased in that is some glitter, and you drop it into a clear, sparkly drink, and then your drink becomes really glittery and super pretty and very mesmerizing. I always tell my girlfriends, this is like the mommy timeout drink, so you can just sit there and stare at it, and nobody else, when you're hiding in your pantry away from your children eating all the snacks, you can have one of those too.
Got it. So it's basically like a sparkle cotton candy that you put in a carbonated drink?
Yeah, you don't see the actual glitter. It's just a piece of cotton candy that you would drop in to like Sprite for the kids, or champagne if you're into, if you wanted an alcoholic drink. Anything with bubbles, as long as it's bubbly, you can pretty much do it. It doesn't change the flavor a ton to whatever you're drinking. It's just more catalyst to be able to hold the glitter for it to go into your drink.
Okay. And Brandon, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but why don't you go ahead and you said there were sparkle bombs and cocoa bombs, and you have unique flavors. What's unique about the flavors?
We have flavors anywhere from root beer and strawberry to we had eggnogs, apple cider, and pralines and cream during the holidays. We are going to be playing around with buttered rum. We just had a request for maybe a jalapeno type of spicy one that we can drop into somebody's beer and make like a michelada type of drink with it. So we can customize our flavors to almost anything that people request.
Oh, so it's almost like a create your own, and you guys are the creators of these new wonderful flavor combos. So that's
yes, great. And it's so much fun.
Well, since you do a lot of different custom creations, what's your favorite creation so far and why? I'm going to start with Amber, and then I'll go to you, Brandon.
Mine would have to be there. It's a toss up between our sparkle bombs, and then we also do cotton candy hot cocoa bombs. So basically the same thing as our chocolate spherical cocoa bombs, except that the hot cocoa is inside cotton candy. That was really popular with our candy cane flavor cotton candy. So it gave it kind of a minty chocolate hot cocoa. It was amazing. But I love the sparkle bombs because nobody expects that. They just think they're just dropping a piece of cotton candy, and they're like, wait a minute, there's glitter in my drink. That's so cool. And just seeing everyone's excitement of that. And there's so many things that you can do with it. Gender reveals, like Brandon was saying, or, girls night in. There's a lot of people that do Zoom calls with their besties. And so just having these little sparkle bombs, are getting ready to do a Renaissance festival. So each of the colored glitters, we have about 8 colored glitters. Each of them are going to be a different realm of like elves or fairies or royalty or the evil sorcerer. So it's going to be pretty interactive. And I just love those because it's something fun you can interact with people with.
Oh, wonderful. I'm going to have to try that sparkle bomb. I think I was a little bit put off about it because I see all of these horror stories about those glitter bombs that when somebody opens it, that glitter just explodes in the room. And that's just like my worst nightmare.
That's not it. I promise.
We'd never do that to you, Jamie.
Worst nightmare coming true. That would be like you'd have glitter everywhere in your house and trying to clean that up.
For days.
For months. I just, no, I'll have to check that out. So Brandon, what about you? What is your favorite creation so far and why?
Mine is twofold as well. Mine is the sparkle bombs because of the Ren Fair. I'm a very big fantasy dork when it comes to the Renaissance festivals. We're putting together, it's going to be called a potion pack. And so it'll be interactive for that. But my second favorite is our s'mores bar, which was a creation that I did one night while Amber was gone. It's a chocolate cup that we've created and put graham cracker crust in there. We have our own marshmallow that we pour into it, and then we toast the top of it.
Oh, that sounds delicious. I think I'm going to have to order
some of those. It's really
good,
and he's very proud of it.
Well, honestly, like I know you're relatively new in the business scene here in Tucson, but I mean, the fact that you, I guess, started more off as a hobby and people heard what you did coming to where you are now, did you ever think that it would go this far and potentially further?
I didn't think so, but Brandon is an optimist, so.
He's got that pushing you over the ledge feeling, right? Just keep going.
Always.
Okay.
It wasn't a push. I kicked hard on this one.
Drop kick and punt over the ledge. Heard. Okay, so now I do talk about this, especially with people who own their own businesses or doing a business that is a startup. You have a family much like I do, and I know that family time is very, very important to me. How do you do your work-life balance, especially since you have other jobs? I know, Brandon, you do a massage therapist as well, but you have not only that, but you have this that you're trying to take off, do the events. You have 4 children who are probably doing school via some type of social distancing, and I know it can be kind of chaotic. Amber, I'm going to start with you. How do you do your balance? And then Brandon will go to you.
Well, first of all, we are very blessed. Our children are in person for school, so yay on that one, which has been amazing. So we try to do most of our stuff before we have to go pick up the kids. The biggest thing is we do Sundays. That is, everybody in this house knows that we don't do any work. We make Sundays, and then we get to pick a movie that everyone can watch. We have a 12-year-old, a 10-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 4-year-old. So a movie that everybody likes has been a little bit difficult, but Sundays is very important to us. It's kind of the only time that we all just sit down as a family together. Almost all of our kids are in some kind of sports. Our oldest is not in a sport right now, but the other 3, 2 out of the 4 are in sports right now. So trying to balance it, we don't do such a hot job of that, but we do our best, and we make sure that our kids' needs are definitely met and that they know. Our oldest gets involved in a lot of our businesses, so he likes to earn money for certain things, like he's building a computer right now from scratch. So he's like, Mom, how can I help? So it's kind of fun to get them involved. And they love taste testing, so they're really good at that.
I can imagine the taste tests that come out of your kitchen. Brandon, what about you? How are you balancing? You also have another, obviously business as well. So you're not just running one business, you're running 2 businesses as a family. So talk to me about how you balance and make sure that everyone's needs are met, especially yourself.
Right. Well, we actually have the 3 businesses, and it's not easy, but our kids, they go to a lot of the events with us. They help in a lot of ways. Our 7-year-old daughter absolutely loves being in the kitchen, so she's in there as much as she can, to where we'll let her in the kitchen.
Right. Might hinder more than help
Amber
sometimes.
said, right. Our 4-year-old is a huge taste tester for us, and he loves doing that. And our 12-year-old is great at helping out watch the kids and takes care of things that way when we need a little bit of a break from the kiddos.
Right now.
Yes, although. the break is needed sometimes to have that parent reset. So interesting. So you do have a lot of unique products, but what else is unique about your business per se? We'll go with Brandon on this one. So you have a lot of unique different types of products, from the sparkle bombs to the cocoa bombs to the s'more bars, and you do custom unique flavors. But what else is unique about your business as Wonder Wisp?
We love to be part of our community, and we've set up fundraisers. We did a fundraiser at the El Toro Flicks drive-in movies with Dan's West Dance Studio one night.
Okay.
And right now we're actually teamed up with Impact of Southern Arizona, and a portion of our sales are going to be going to that organization for the month of January.
Oh, wonderful. And when you're doing those month of sales, is it the events that you're doing, or is it your total sales? How are you figuring out how much you're giving back for the percentage of sales?
So
Go ahead, Amber.
For our month, so we're picking a nonprofit each month, and that is just our sales that go out. Whoever buys, that's just a percentage of that will be going to Impact of Southern Arizona. If there is someone, like we just did a drumline up in Gilbert, if they want to do a fundraiser with us, we would do that separately. But we're just trying to focus on one nonprofit that is really going to impact Tucson in a great way, to be able to donate our monthly sales to that. So whatever goes through our website or through our Square account, in person or online, a percentage of that is what's going to impact.
That is so wonderful, and that's definitely unique for a business to give back, especially during this time. The COVID pandemic has changed a lot how businesses actually go to business and get clients or help their clients. And I'm sure it helps spawn your business as far as Wonder Wisp and a few other things that you do. Specifically, how has COVID in the pandemic changed how you are doing business, maybe getting clients or perhaps manufacturing your products? How are you making sure that the clients are safe? And how are you, just making sure to interact with the clients in unique ways?
So we do a lot of social media. There's a lot of Facebook and Instagram. And when we were doing our cocoa bombs for Christmas, I made sure to pack all of them individually, even if it was still going to the same family, because you never know if someone wants the gift. So even though they were in boxes, normally I would have just done them in boxes and had the cocoa bombs in there. But I've been wrapping them all individually with instructions on them so that everyone feels that they're safe and that they can hand them to whoever and they don't feel like it's like germy, for lack of a better word.
No, that's great. Yes.
So we definitely make sure that we're kind of taking all protocols. I didn't go to anybody. Everybody came here to pick up at our house, and we made sure to mask up. I mean, even though it's our house, I just did that to make people feel a little bit safer, and, they don't know me, I don't know them type thing. I mean, I want to get to know them, but we don't know. We're not on that first name basis yet.
Not yet.
So we made sure to mask up and hand them just in a bag so that it wasn't too much contact.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that. So how can people find you? What are some of your websites?
So amazingly enough, one of our networking friends actually just finished putting up our website. It still needs a little bit of tweaks because we still have pictures that we have to take. I don't remember the name of it. Okay. Maybe Brandon does, but I know.
Well, I know you're on
right
Facebook at WonderWispAZ, and your email is wonderwispaz@gmail.com, and people can get to you through that email as well.
Yes,
correct?
So through Instagram or Facebook, there's a Google Doc on our Facebook page as we were waiting for our website, but our website is up and running today. But yeah, it's WonderWispAZ.
Our website is wonderwispscreations.com.
Wonderful. Thank you. WonderWispCreations.com, and we'll make sure to have that link on our site as well. If you are just tuning in, you're listening to Connecting Tucson with Jamie Overturf, where we focus on connecting our community, local businesses, and organizations to help our community grow and thrive right here in Tucson, Arizona. As your local insurance professional for all insurance needs, I know how important it is to make a new and lasting connection in your community. You never know how a connection will create a spark or pull you in a unique direction that you never even thought would happen before. If you are a small business owner or involved in a community project, and you would like to be featured on the show, please feel free to give me a call. All of my information is on TucsonBusinessRadioX.com, and I would love to hear from you. We are talking today with Brandon and Amber Powell, the owner and founders of Wisps Creations here in Tucson, Arizona, where they make some deliciously unique flavored cocoa bombs, glitter bombs, and much, much more. If you haven't tried them, I don't know if they're still doing this, but you need to try their Grinch bomb. It is my absolute favorite, and I love the color. It was just great for Christmas. Trust me, you will not forget it. So this actually leads me to my next question. I did some research from your company, and I did try the product. And Amber, I remember you mentioning that you got this idea from, the grocery store where, they have those cocoa bombs that are there. But I noticed the quality of your product is so far superior from that than of that you would find at like a Walmart or a Fry's or something. And I think it's because you go so far as to make sure that there's no preservatives, and you even make your marshmallows. You don't even buy the marshmallows. You make those, and they're so delicious. So what are some unique touches that one can expect from your bombs or some of your products that maybe they can't get from a store or from another manufacturer?
So, of course, the love that goes into it, you can't buy that, right?
No,
It's like
you
grandma's,
cannot.
it's just like grandma's goodies, right? I definitely put my time and my thought into it. I love being creative and trying to make something that people just don't expect. So for Valentine's Day, I found some edible glitter that will float in milk. So I'm so excited about that. And just putting that in there because nobody expects that. So I like to kind of just do different colors and different themes. I know you like the Grinch bombs; those are my favorite too.
That's so good.
My white hot chocolate, since we make all of our hot cocoa mix. We do white chocolate, non-dairy, and then we have our regular. I just think that I can kind of anybody that has any kind of allergy, I really try my best to meet that need. So we tried vegan marshmallows. That was a fail. But I still make vegan cocoa bombs. It just doesn't have marshmallow in it because marshmallow has gluten or gelatin in it. So I feel like I can accommodate a lot of allergens, whereas if you see it in a store, you're like, either you can buy it or you can't.
All right. And Brandon, what about you? What are some things that you, what are some unique touches that you think you do as well?
I'm more of the PR guy. I help her.
Okay.
I find all of the events and that kind of stuff. I mean, I help in the kitchen as well. It's more kind of by accident that I end up with jobs because Amber might get a little frustrated, and I do it well, and she's like, "It's your turn."
Tempering the chocolate can be very difficult.
I really don't have the patience for it.
You do need some patience. You do. And you just mentioned PR and events, Brandon. What type of events do you do? Do you have an ideal event that you would like to participate in, or do you do just like one-off events like birthday parties? Walk me through some of the events that one can expect to find you or maybe hire you for.
Birthday parties are huge. Quinceañeras, weddings. We're going to be, like I said, we're doing a Ren Fair this weekend. And we're also going to be doing the Copa Glow, which is up in Maricopa.
I'm sorry, what was that, a Cocoa Glow? I'm sorry.
Copa.
Oh, Copa
Glow.
Copa Glow.
It's Maricopa, so they did Copa Glow.
Got it. Okay.
It's a hot air balloon event.
Okay.
We're open to trying almost any kind of event, and we're also big into, like I said, we're wanting to do a lot of fundraisers.
Okay.
If there's a group that's trying to raise money for whatever cause they need, if we can come set up at it, we are all about doing fundraisers and giving back to the community.
And for me, weddings and quinceañeras, that's kind of been my goal, like my dream event, because I love the fact that I can make, just like I don't know if you've been to a wedding in the last couple of years, but we just went one to 2 years ago. It was last year, before the whole pandemic. And they had a donut wall. So I think it would be really fun to have a cotton candy wall with their signature flavors, just like there's a signature drink for things. So there's a vision of a wall that I want Brandon to build. So pray for him.
Honey-do list is getting larger there, Brandon. Just thought I'd let you know that.
It always does. So things like that. And then I have a really good friend who her daughter wants to do unicorn birthday party. So I'm actually making a cotton candy cake. Never done it before.
Ooh.
Sure I can do it. And then we have this tree that I want to build to hang cotton candy from. So it looks really whimsical and very unicorn feels, and it could be a fairy party, any of those type of things. So that's my goal, is to be able to be that niche that makes your party or your wedding that much more memorable for all your guests.
Okay, so you can do one-offs, and like you said, you can also tailor. So if, let's say, that birthday party, there's several allergies, you might be able to customize that for them to make sure that everyone's safe and can enjoy some yummy goodness of either cotton candy or cocoa bombs, or like you said, the wall of cotton candy. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, so when you talk about doing these events, now obviously they're going to be one-offs, and I'm pretty sure pricing can range or vary. Can you give us an idea of, a range from what your cotton candy bomb or sparkle bombs, I think they're called, I'm sorry, sparkle bombs or cocoa bombs, cotton candy just sounds so good, what the pricing is and varies, the sizes of your products, and how much each of the products are for servings, like 8 ounce, 16 ounce, to do some comparison. And either of you can take that, but just looking for the pricing and the types of products, and kind of go through that a little quickly.
So for our hot cocoa bombs, they range anywhere from $4 to $7. So our $4 hot cocoa bombs are a really good size for a child. They fit in an 8 ounce glass. I always prefer milk when I'm making my hot cocoa bombs. You can use water. I probably use only 6 ounces of water instead of 8 ounces of milk. Mm-hmm. And then we have our heart shapes, or some people know them as our reindeer hot cocoa bombs during Christmas. Now they're hearts because it's almost Valentine's Day. So converting them, making them something different. So those are $5, and then we have our large spheres, which were our Grinch ones that you're obsessed with. We have those for $7 now, and those will have edible glitter in them. They are a little bit fancier for Valentine's Day, kind of make them a little bit more special for someone that to just make a different, unique gift to give to somebody. Galentine's Day, we all celebrate that. So
I love that.
And then
Galentine's Day. Sorry, go ahead.
Galentine's Day. And then our sparkle bombs range $4 up to about 15 of them. If you buy more than 15, we give you obviously a price break. And our cotton candy, we have a small container of cotton candy that's $4. Our big one is $7, $6. How much is it, man? $6. I don't know.
The smallest 16 ounces and the largest 32 ounces.
Okay.
If it's in the container of that, it's obviously cotton candy's light. And then if you buy multiple, there's of course a discount when you buy multiple. So we're always willing to work with people, especially if they want to place a bigger order. Because if I'm already doing it, that kind of takes my time and cuts it in half type thing. So, but we try to keep it very, very not inexpensive. We try to keep it at a reasonable price so that people feel that they can splurge on that without breaking the bank and have something that is going to be unique and fun.
Well, our thing is we've got 4 kids, so we want it to be affordable for large families as well. We don't want them coming up and being like, oh, we can only get 2 and you guys all have to split it type of deal.
Yeah, you don't want to split with 4 kids. That's just bad. No.
Yes, you don't want to have to pick your favorites.
Wait. We don't have favorites. That's what we tell everybody. But then we use one of their birthdays for all of our passwords, so then they know who it is. Okay, so that's wonderful, and I really like the fact I actually have price compared you guys. You guys really are very, very price conscientious, especially since you guys don't do any preservatives. You do make that with love. They're all custom made. You can custom create it. So if you don't need, the dairy or things like that, gluten. So for those of you that have never had or heard of a cocoa bomb, I highly recommend that you go to Wonder Wisp AZ for their Instagram. Take a look at their products. Give them a call and try them out. You will not regret it. And I can just hear in the voice that you guys do this. It's like a passion or like a labor of love. You love doing this, and it's something that keeps you going, and it brings the family together. I love the fact that you're getting the children involved and maybe learning a little bit about the business so they can get, Brandon can push them over the edge too when that time comes to maybe take it over. I don't know. But because I hear that, what is it that you like best about what you do? And Brandon, I'm going to start with you. What is it that you like best about Wonder Wisp, and how does that make you feel?
I enjoy it because it's something a little different. But it gives us the flexibility that we need to be with our family when we want to be with our family. We do a lot of our cocoa bombs and stuff either while the kids are at school or in the evening when they have gone to bed and we've had to pick up the house after they've destroyed it. Yeah. We had many nights where we were up till 2:00 in the morning making cocoa bombs because we had so many orders, but we still wanted to hang out with our kids after they got home from school. And this is an opportunity for us to just have family time and have an income at the same time.
Oh, that's just wonderful. And Amber, what about you?
I mean, who needs sleep, right?
It's overrated.
Right? It is overrated. I love it because I feel like we can, no pun intended, actually it is, we can put a fun spin on something that you nostalgically remember as a child. I love that we have a flexible schedule, like he said. We choose if we want to work late at night, just so that we can make sure that we have our family time. That is very important to us. And that we still have a bedtime routine so that our kids, get the appropriate amount of sleep and they're nice angels every day. So I love the flexibility of it. I just enjoy what I do, and I love the fact that I can be so creative and try new things. There's been lots of trial and error, but there's been so many amazing things that have come out of this and so many amazing people that we've met. And I love the connection through food. Everybody likes to be connected through food. So
everyone loves food. You can't forget that. I got a new one for you. You need to do coffee bombs. Something to put in the coffee.
So funny you said that. Funny you said that. So one of my really good friends was like, she goes, hot cocoa is okay, but like I drink coffee. What if I put this in my coffee? I said, oh, absolutely. Put it in the bottom of your cup, stick it in your Keurig, and you have a mocha. And she did it. She's like, I'm never having a regular coffee again.
Oh, I'll have to try that because, you stay up till 2:00 in the morning. I need your energy, but I need a lot of caffeine to get me through the day with everything that I do.
I mean, like 6 cup is normal, right?
Maybe like 8, 9, somewhere around there. But who's counting? I lose track. I know 3 or 4. You mentioned earlier that you love giving back to the community, and you're doing. And I don't want to. I didn't want to glaze over it, but I do want to come back to that because every month you're doing this for the next 12 months. You are going to be donating to a charity, and each of these months you're going to be donated the proceeds of your sales, and it's going to be. I know January you said you're doing Impact. How can one help to donate to these charities? And then this is a twofold question. So not only how can we help as your clients, but how can a nonprofit who might need that help maybe reach out to you and see if that would be a good fit if they have an event for you to do?
For how the community can help, ordering products. Okay. I mean, It's a fun way for people to support a nonprofit and thoroughly enjoy supporting it because they are getting something in return as well as helping support local nonprofit. As for nonprofits wanting us to help, they can email us at wonderwispsaz@gmail.com, and we would be more than happy to have a conversation back and forth and see if it would be a fit. Because we know that it's not for everybody. I mean, I don't know how many people wouldn't want cotton candy and hot cocoa bombs involved with their fundraising efforts, but it might not be a fit for them.
I mean, maybe the Diabetic Society might be a no
or,
on that.
Maybe the health club. I don't know. Maybe
Right.
they might say no, but yeah, that's
people, but
absolutely. Okay. Well, in all of these links, if you're listening, are going to be on Tucson Business Radio X. So you can always go to the Connecting Tucson link, check it out, Wonder Wisp there. You can find all of their information and how to contact them there. I know our time is almost up, so I want to make sure that I have gone over every topic that you guys would like. Is there anything that I have not asked you or that you want the listeners and clients to know about you?
Well, one thing that we didn't mention is we are going to be putting a gift basket together, and we will be giving that away, and it's basically to get people following our Facebook page.
Ooh, okay.
So we will be putting that together. It should be ready tonight, and we will have like steps on how you can get entries into that raffle. But it'll have cotton candy, it'll have a couple cocoa bombs, it'll have some sparkle bombs, it'll have our s'mores bars, so just a little bit of everything, and that will be a giveaway that we'll be doing on our Facebook page.
Excellent. And is it going to be a like and join, or just a like, or have you not figured that out, or is that still a work in progress?
There'll be probably different ways to get extra entries for different things.
I like it. And of course, you're going to have that link right on the Connecting Tucson page here on Tucson Business Radio X. So please take a look at that, and I'll make sure to send it out on my social media as well. And I'll be the first to say, if you guys are still doing those Grinch bombs, I'll take 10.
Oh, you upped the order to 10.
I upped the order to 10 because I'm handing them out to...
Maybe
maybe. But I will go ahead and... actually 12 because that's 4, 4, and 4. I'm handing them out to some family members so that way they're 4 in a box. So go ahead and get that ready for me, and I'll make sure they're there. That's how good they are, people. I just ordered 12. So let me tell you.
Well, it's because you mentioned putting them in coffee.
That's true. The coffee. I'm just like, oh, wait, I can do that now. That's exactly what it is. So thank you so much for coming on the show, Brandon and Amber. That is all we have for Connecting Tucson with Jamie here at the Stewart Title Studios in Tucson, Arizona. If you like the show, let us know. You can find Wonder Wisps on Instagram at WonderWispAZ or email them at wonderwispaz@gmail.com. Those links and will be in Tucson Business Radio X on my site. You can also find them by going to the Connecting Tucson. As always, do not be afraid to step out of your comfort zone and make a new connection. You never know where it might lead. Heck, it led me to Grinch bombs. Until next time, this is Jamie Overturf with Farmers Insurance. Keep on making unique connections, Tucson. Have a wonderful day.